What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's video, I'm going to grade some of the lineups that you sent to me on Twitter at Movie Gaming TV. I asked for screenshots of your lineup, your rotation, and your sub count. Just kind of tell me the story of what your situation is. I started to record this, and I was like, I'm going to include every single person in this video, no matter what. And as I started going through the recording, I was like, wow, this is going to take like 2.5 hours at the minimum to record everyone. So if I didn't get to yours, I really apologize. I was just kind of, what I'm doing on this one is I'm going in order of the people that submitted. So I will get to as many of them as I can in this video, but just understand, obviously I can't make the video 2.5 hours because that's just a really long time. So hopefully when you look at some of my ratings in this video, you'll be able to kind of think like, hey, this is kind of what he's thinking for a team like this, and my team's kind of similar, and these are the upgrades that he's recommending, so maybe I can take that towards that. Or you can put him down in the comment section as well, your team, just kind of list out your team and look for suggestions either from me in the comment section or from other people that are in the community that are watching the video. So I apologize for that. I really wanted to get everyone in the video, but just it's not possible, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and jump right into these. Okay, so first off, we got MyDudeJG. Nice lineup here. He says he has 50K in stubs and for sure need help organizing my lineup. He's got Mike Trout, Byron Buxton, Anthony Santander. He's got Joey Gallo, Joaquin Garcia, his cap. He's got Nico Goodrum at second base. He's got David Ortiz also at first base and Posada at catcher. Really like the lineup overall. This is a lot of good cards to have right now. He's got Yelich on the bench, Ernie Banks, Salvador Perez, Yordan Alvarez, and Ricky Henderson. Just looking at your bench, I would first say that you probably can replace Salvador Perez and Ricky Henderson with two different players, because I don't really think you're going to pinch hit too often for Posada, and maybe just looking for a couple of players in those spots would be helpful. I do like Alvarez and Yelich to pinch hit versus right-handed pitching, and I like Banks to pinch hit versus left-handed pitching. Henderson, while he does have some speed for the pinch runner, I totally understand having him in that spot. Maybe try to find somebody else that has a little bit more pop to put in that spot that maybe has like about 80 speed. I'm just not a big fan of Ricky Henderson's hitting ability. As far as the lineup goes, we got right, left, switch, left, switch, right. I would almost bump up. I'm not sure how fast your cap is or anything like that right now. Maybe put him in the leadoff spot. Move David Ortiz to fourth. Move Mike Trout to the third spot and put Santander maybe in the second spot. You could move Jorge Posada up a spot, move Joey Gallo down behind Posada, and then put Nico Goodrum and Byron Buxton. They're fine in their spots. Let's take a look at your rotation as well. You got Corbin Burns, Bob Feller, Jacob deGrom. I know you're a big Mets fan. I know that you really like to use Chris Sale and Michael Kopech as two of your cards in the bullpen. You've got Kenley Jansen, Devin Williams. You got Dennis Eckersley, John Franco, Nick Anderson, Lee Smith, Aroldis Chapman, and you also have Goose Gossage. One card that I would get in there, I see a lot of righties in there. I would consider using, for Nick Anderson, maybe go and get the Jake Diekman. I feel like he could be effective for you as a left-hand pitcher. You might also want to take a look at Shane Green in the bullpen as well, or Rob Dibble, possibly. If, I'm trying to think of who you could possibly replace. Maybe you replace Eckersley with one of those, but I'm fine with keeping Eckersley. But I would go get Jake Diekman, that gold, for a lefty reliever. Only about 5K. Very solid lefty. And for the rotation, I would consider getting Oral Hershiser to add to this rotation. I think he's in like the 20 to 30K range right now. But I also realized with 50K stubs and you still haven't got the collections done, this rotation will work for right now. I would like to replace DeGrom with Oral Hershiser when you can, but until that point in time, just keep it on. Trying to get the AL East or the NL East will be very, very helpful as well, because you will add Ronald Acuna and Tom Glavine to this team. So I would try to do that first and foremost above anything else. But the team looks really good, and thank you so much for the submission. All right, so next up on the list, we got RobertEstrada. He says, so what do you think? I'm basically running a no money spin squad. I always buy $100 worth of stubs when I get the game, but that's it. Right now, I have 13K stubs in the bank. Well, Robert, your team is looking very good. You have a lot of speed in the outfield, which I really like. You got Grisham and you got Buxton. The one thing when I look at your team just off the bat is I really think that you could use some help from Team Affinity, and I think you could use some help in regards to getting Nico Goodrum for your team and also getting Anthony Santander as well. Those would be super helpful, and maybe like some more bench bats like Yordan Alvarez that we saw in JG's team would be very helpful for a pinch hitter as well off the bench. I think also like a card that you should probably target right now would be to target Fernando Tatis Jr. I think he'd be a good one to go after. You could move Mookie Betts someplace into your outfield. I think unless you really like Kenny Lofton, it might be time to sell that Kenny Lofton card, honestly, and pick up the stubs for that Kenny Lofton card. And maybe like go for a catcher over Yerman, you know, start saving for the Posada, go for Salvador Perez, get a little bit of an upgrade there, or potentially go after Mike Piazza. I mean, Yerman is one of the better budget catchers in the game, but maybe start to upgrade at that position and upgrade the bench a little bit. I think Santana, there's just a couple spots there where I feel like you could upgrade on that bench. Let's take a look at the rotation. Love Corbin Burns. Martinez is solid. Rendon, I'm not as big on. I love Dustin May in there. I like that a lot. I would probably sell the Rendon and maybe go after Oral Hershiser in that spot. I think that'd be good. Britton, solid. Kenley Jansen, we need to upgrade on that one. Iglesias, it's okay. I'd rather go and see Rob Dibble in this bullpen. That would be really good. Matt Barnes and Nick Anderson, I feel a little over the top. I would go after the gold Jake Diekman. I think that would be a good upgrade to put into the bullpen as well. All right, up next we have JacobOllette. He said, I thought I'd give this a shot. This is a very interesting team. Jason Bay in left. He's got a new swing now that I think is actually a lot better. He's got Jared Kelenic in center field. He's got Byron in right. I would consider moving Byron to center field, honestly, just for the more speed. Joey Gallo at third base. Wander Franco at shortstop. He's also got Ryan McMahon at second base. Prince Fielder at first. Adley Rutschman at catcher. He's got Shohei Ohtani, Josh Donaldson, Trent Grisham, Rhys Hoskins, and JD Martinez. I think you got some cards on here that you could sell. I think you've bought a lot of cards that are kind of like not getting you towards the collections, and that would be something that I would start to do. Like, you've got a lot invested in Bay, you got a lot invested in Wander Franco, a lot in Adley Rutschman. You could sell that McMahon unless he's already locked in. He might be already be locked in to get that Buxton. Prince Fielder, the same kind of thing. Like, you could round up a lot of stubs and kind of start putting those towards collections and use some of the live series cards, because I'm seeing a lot of cards here, but I'm just seeing a lot of stubs that are kind of tied up and stuff that aren't going to the collections. And you really do want to get the collections done first, just because Soriano is going to be a card at the end of the game, no doubt about it. Same with Chipper Jones. Not 100% about David Ortiz, but he might be on your bench. So I might like take some of these Rutschman stubs and take some of these Wander Franco stubs and stuff like that and start to go that direction. I'm not sure if that's something you're interested in doing, but that's kind of what sticks out to me. First and foremost, let's take a look at the bench. The bench is fine. I don't really have too much of a problem with the bench. I'd probably sell that Josh Donaldson again to pick up some stubs. Rhys Hoskins, you're probably eventually going to lock into the collection. I'd probably sell that JD Martinez as well, again, just to pick up some stubs and to start going towards a live series collection. Pitching, I do like Corbin Burns. You've got the Hershiser, you got Martinez, you've got John Means, I think, in there, which is okay, but I don't really like his pitch mix, to be honest. I do like Kopech. Let's see, we got Rizzo, Brad Hand, Diekman, which I like, Dibble, which I like, Matt Barnes. I think you're probably just tossing them in there, but I'm not too sold on Matt Barnes. I'm seeing a lot of Eckersley, Mariano Rivera, and Eric Gagne. I think it's just time to kind of sell some of the other cards. I would keep Oral Hershiser, Rendon, that's fine for right now. The bullpen, it's fine for right now, but maybe like investing in someone like Kenley Jansen would be good. Or trying to find another lefty, like trying to get that John Franco from the Mets collection would be nice. Overall, not that bad, but I just think it's time to kind of repackage some of these stubs and start to go after the collections. All right, next up, we got my dude SplitFinger. He's got $40K in the bank. He's got Dan Plesac, Robert Osuna, Aroldis Chapman, James Karinchak, and I forget about that Aroldis Chapman. I actually just picked him up yesterday for $50K. James Karnacek, Andrew Miller, Matt Barnes, Shane Green, and Kenley Jansen. Definitely go after that Diekman for the Dan Plesac. I would also take out Osuna and go after that Shane Green. Actually, you already have Shane Green, so you're good on that spot too. The bullpen, I feel like, just is definitely going to need some upgrades here throughout time. For your starting rotation, you've got Burns, Martinez, Kopech. I like all three of those. Evaldi and Duffy, I'm not as high on those spots either, but I realize you're probably at this point in time, you're just kind of trying to upgrade as fast as you can. Got 40K in the bank. I'd probably put that towards collections, but you could always upgrade with like an Oral Hershiser type of card. Wouldn't be too expensive to get in there. Lineup, you got the cap ball player, Mike Trout, Juan Soto, Justin Turner, Shohei Ohtani, Vlad Guerrero Jr., Wander Franco, I would sell. You know, look at some of the pitchers that you could pick up too. You know, maybe pick up like a Patrick Corbin or pick up like a Sixto Sanchez to kind of put in the rotation for Evaldi and Duffy. That'd probably be a good thing to do there. And then yeah, maybe get Santander and maybe get Nico Goodrum as well, just to add to your team. All right, Bryson Sent, what's up, man? 10K stubs, like 30K away from Big Papi. He sends me Hudson Street, Dennis Eckersley, Shane Green, Nick Anderson for his bullpen. He's also got Rizzo, Rich Gossage, Jake Demon, Aroldis Chapman, and he's got that's the rest of his bullpen. Let me think about his bullpen. So he's got Diekman, Chapman, very good lefties. Street, Eckersley, not too bad. And he's also got Shane Green and Nick Anderson. I would replace Nick Anderson with somebody else. I'd actually, and you know, you're going to be looking to replace Nick Anderson and Rizzo, but you're also getting really close to Big Papi there. Let's see the starting rotation. You got Tanana. I always say his name wrong. Don't mind him too much being in there. You got Corbin Burns, excellent. Garrett Cole, Jesus Luzardo, and Pedro Martinez. I would get rid of Garrett Cole in the rotation. I understand why he's there, but maybe after you finish these collections, look to pick up Oral Hershiser. Let's see the lineup here. We got the lineup someplace here. We got Perez, Gallo, Alomar, Goodrum. We got the ball player at either, I think he's at shortstop catcher. So we got Alvarez, Trout, and Buxton. Don't mind the outfield too much. Would like to see, I'm not sure. So you got Goodrum at third. You got kind of like that switch hitting team. We got Gallo at first. What would I do? I would just, you know what? Just keep on grinding towards the Big Papi. You don't really have any cards that are like not no sell. So I do like that about this team. You're not really like wasting stubs away in spots that you haven't, and you're going towards the collections. See the bench with Posada, Bagwell, Henderson, Ohtani, and Reyes. I know you do really well with Perez at catcher, so maybe you keep him in there for now. But as you move up the ranks and you play some more and more, you know, that Posada might become more useful for you. If you can hit with Jet Bagwell, more power to you. I think he's kind of difficult to hit with. You got Ricky Henderson. I might look for somebody else instead of Ricky Henderson that can do a little bit more for you, that still has a little bit of speed as well. So thank you so much for sending this in as well, Bryson. All right, we got Alec Axword here. Hey, movie big fan. Would love to hear your feedback on my team and how to improve it. Thanks. We got Chipper Jones, Ernie Banks, Corey Seager at second base. We got David Ortiz, Soriano, Byron Buxton, and Mike Trout. The first thing that I would say with your outfield is what I've been doing is I would move Buxton possibly to the bench. I know it sounds crazy because like he was doing really well, but he might be better on some of the lower levels. But really the best center fielder card to have right now is to put Soriano in center field, especially once he gets paralleled up, because he's eventually going to have 98 speed. So as you level up that Soriano, look to move him to center field, move Trout over to left, and put Acuna back in, because Acuna is a glitch. He's unbelievable in this game. What I'm not seeing here is possibly a creative player. I don't know if you're against using a creative player. If you're not, I would consider making one for shortstop, and then you're going to have a nice pinch hitter versus lefty in Ernie Banks. Seager, I'm just big on Seager. If you like him at second base, you like him at second base. I don't have too much of a problem with that, to be honest with you. And I do like the bench as well. Very, very solid bench. And let's see the rotation. Love Glavine, love Burns, got Kopech. And now with this type of team, it's time probably, now that you got the collections done, looking at pitchers like Oral Hershiser, picking them up. Possibly even like Mike Hampton, AJ Burnett, some of those pitchers to put in your rotation to supplement that out. Because like the real best ones right now are like Glavine, Burns. Maybe look to get Fernando. He's going up and getting more expensive. Really like the bullpen as well. Franco, Diekman, Dibble, Josh Hader, Eric Gagne, Rivera, Aroldis Chapman, and also Rich Gossage. Very solid in the bullpen. I like the bullpen a lot. I forgot to fix my shortstop because I would actually have my cap shortstop and Ernie on the bench. Perfect. I might even keep Tim Anderson on the bench possibly and move Acuna out there. And then, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think of who I might take out. No, I might take out Tim Anderson and move Buxton there and move Acuna actually into your outfield. But overall, very good team. Very good team. All right, Castillo Chris. He's got 950K. He's got Soriano, Buxton, Trout, Jackie Robinson. He's pretty much got everyone that I can see here. Pinch hitters, he's got Alvarez and he's got Larry Doby and Soto. He's got Ronald Acuna Jr. and Banks. Again, I would say move Buxton to the bench. Make sure you got Ronald Acuna out there and right. Move Soriano to center. I like the rest of the infield. It's fantastic. I like Posada at catcher. That's very good. You know, your bench, you can pretty much use who you want to use. You got a ton of subs to work with. And then here is the pitching rotation as well. Glavine, Burns. You've got Oral Hershiser. I would look to get Fernando. I would definitely pick up Fernando for DeGrom, and you've got to do something about Sixto Sanchez also. I'd probably go with like somebody like Kopech or somebody like AJ Burnett or somebody like Mike Hampton for that last spot. Bullpen, let's see, we got Gossage, Aroldis Chapman, Mariano Rivera, Jeurys Familia, Adam Wainwright, fantastic. You've got John Franco, Kenley Jansen, Trevor Hoffman. Really don't have any qualms out of the bullpen. Very solid bullpen. You're doing good there. So very, very nice, Chris. All right, ProfitZ. I only have 40K stubs. I can get more. Any suggestions, welcome. You got Finley in left, Mike Trout, Byron Buxton. I'm seeing a lot of people putting Buxton in right field. I'm not really understanding that. Never always put him in center so he can help out in both gaps. I know Trout might play a little bit higher, but you can move like Trout to left, honestly. And always have your fastest guy in center field. Like, forget the diamond, just have that speed. You got Barry Bonds at third, Tatis at short, Betts at second, Dominic Smith at first, who I do like Dominic Smith. Oh, it's definitely time to upgrade that catcher, too. It's definitely time to upgrade the catcher from Will Smith. Let's see who we got on the bench here. We can kind of see that we got Giancarlo, Big Man, Turner, Cody Bellinger, and Santander. Let's see, what do we got in the pitching? We got the pitchers of Sixto, Bob. We got Grayson Rodriguez. I like Grayson a lot. Shohei Ohtani. I think it's definitely time to upgrade the pitching staff. That's going to be what you're going to... I would start to work on the NL East so you get Acuna and you get Tom Glavine. I also would try to get that... Where's that Corbin Burns? That Corbin Burns needs to be in your rotation 100%. Corbin Burns might be the best pitcher in the game. Definitely need to get Corbin Burns in there as well. With the 40K, just keep trying to go with the collections and probably start to flip some of the Tops Now cards. All right, Ryan to 5'9". He's got Steve Finley, Byron Buxton, Cody Bellinger, Nico Goodrum, Fernando Tatis Jr., Mookie Betts, Vlad Jr., Piazza. He's also got Griffey at 91, Trevor Story, Trent Grisham, Justin Turner, Jorge Posada, Burns, Garrett Cole, Martinez, Sixto Sanchez, Marquez. Bullpen, we're going to definitely need Jake Diekman in the bullpen. That's for sure. For Dan, please, I take him out. Go get Diekman. I would get Shane Green for the for this card right here for the Rizzo, unless you just got him in there for the memes. The rest of it is okay. I would probably get Kenley Jansen for Dennis Eckersley. The rotation again at this point in time, I would look to get Oral Hershiser in there and finish the NL East collection, so you can just upgrade that a little bit as well. We got Paul Rippey, 50K stubs, almost max cap. Haven't had the time to flip or do many BR runs to this point, but debating whether AL Trout or Ortiz or NL Acuna to add to the lineup. Got Yelich, Buxton, and Santander. We got Turner, Banks, Cap at second, Babe Ruth, Posada. Really not bad, to be honest with you at all. And I would consider, man, it's really tough. I would almost go after Soriano and I don't know. I think really either way you go for it, if you go for Trout and Ortiz, that's not a bad idea either, because you could use that Trout upgrade out there, and you could use Ortiz at first for Babe Ruth, and you could also use, like, you could do a lot of different things. You could use Soriano and Acuna also. So really either way that you go on that. We got the bench with Castellanos, Solak, Jason Dominguez, Willie McCovey, and Shohei Ohtani. Probably time to upgrade that bench. Like, Babe would be nice to move to the bench, and so would Yelich. Both of those cards, I know you're looking to upgrade both, would be nice to move to the bench. And if you got Soriano, you can move him to second base as well, and then kind of move your Cap maybe over to shortstop or something like that, and move like Banks to the bench. Let's see, we got starting pitchers. We got Burns, Feller, Hershiser, Martinez, and Mike Hampton. I'm liking the rotation. Bullpen, we got Diekman, Dibble, Devin Williams, Aroldis Chapman, Eckersley, Jansen, Hader, and I like the bullpen. Both of them look really good. It's just time to focus on doing one of those two with the collections. I think you're in the right spot right now, Paul. Royalty says, my Cap has 99 max power. My Cap has max power at 99 speed. I use guys like Seager and Gallo because I just rake with them. My pitchers that you can't really see are Tanana, Eckersley, and Gossage. Okay. So he's using Gallo out of position. Now, I would not use Gallo out of position. I really would not use Gallo out of position like that. I understand what you're thinking, but that's not really, it's not something that you want to do. I would move him there and see if you can put Cabrera someplace on the bench if you want to use Cabrera, and maybe move Seager over to shorts, or move Seager over a spot to second base, and then pick up somebody for the shortstop. I think maybe like getting Nico Goodrum would be good there, just like give you some more defense. Hershiser, Tanana, Feller. I'll get somebody for Cole as well. Maybe start going after the NL East. Eckersley, Jansen, Hudson Street, Aroldis Chapman, Josh Hader, Matt Barnes. Replace Matt Barnes with that gold Jake Diekman. Overall, doing very well, Royalty. All right, so our last one that we're going to look into is Mulligan Baseball YouTube from Mulligan Drew. And he has his starting rotation here. He's got Burns, Hershiser, Bob Feller. He's got Sixto Sanchez and Pedro Martinez. He's got Brad Hand, Mariano Rivera, Andrew Miller, Eric Gagne. He does have the Diekman. He's got Adam Wainwright, who I love in this game. Trevor Hoffman, Lee Smith, looking pretty solid out in the bullpen. I would get one more righty. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. I would go get, you know who you should really get is you should get Aroldis Chapman. That's the one thing that jumps out to me. Go save up for Aroldis Chapman. Getting closer to Big Papi, so you're going to get him along the way with that. We got Finley, Buxton, Mike Trout. I do like this. I would probably flip-flop Finley and Mike Trout. Put Mike Trout on left. And then we got George Brett. You got your Cap. Jackie Robinson, Prince Fielder, Mike Piazza looking pretty good there. Got Dom Smith, Babe Ruth, Santander, Duvall, and Thomas. Love the bench. Love the bench. That's a great bench. Love seeing that. You don't have that one true speed guy, but you've got a lot of different players that can hit in a lot of different situations. With Santander at as well at the ability to hit either side. Really like how the team's coming. You know, maybe sell that Prince Fielder and maybe even consider selling the George Brett if you need to get there with the stubs and even the Piazza, because you're going to be able to get a little bit more. So I feel like all three of those could be on the table. If you don't want to sell them, that's fine too, but all three of those could be on the table to help you get towards that Big Papi. But overall, I do like your team a lot, and thank you so much for the submission. And I gotta say thank you so much to everybody that submitted. I really appreciate it. I really wish I could get to everyone. We'll probably do a video like this sometime in the future, you know what I mean, when we get some more content and stuff like that, and then we can take a look back at these things. But you can always hit me up on Twitch or hit me up on Twitter, and if I got a second, I'll take a look, or just put it down in the comment section of this video and interact with each other down there, you know, help each other out. People are always looking for these kind of recommendations, and you never know, your opinion could really help somebody out. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace out and have a great day.